What are we doing for ladies' night? Ghost hunting! Woo! Whose idea was this?
Yours.
Hey, I'm just here being a hoe with my hoes. Hello, scary dolls. We are here with Robert with RJA Ghost Tours and with David. Hi, David. David's being kind of shy. He's in the corner. Hi, David. We don't bite.
All right, guys, and the first stop on our tour is none other than the lovely and historic Minger Hotel. Right this way, and please be very cautious. This stone gets extremely slippery when it's wet.
I know, walking over here, I almost slipped twice. I said, well, I got to get this down, because if I slip on camera, people are going to be watching the video for different reasons.
Do you want to tell our listeners a little bit about yourselves and what you do on your tours that we just experienced?
Sure. So we take people on haunted sightseeing tours through downtown San Antonio and downtown Corpus Christi, where we share history, ghost stories, and give you a unique way to see your city.
So actually a few months ago, my wife's brother was in town, my brother-in-law, and they stayed at the Minger Hotel. And while we were talking with them in their hotel room at the Minger, we're all kind of sitting in the hotel room. And I was sitting like on the chair in front of like the little foyer where the bathroom is and then the door to the hallway. And I heard the door handle right next to me on the bathroom door like jiggle. I didn't think anything of it initially because I was going to go in the bathroom. But then I looked up and realized everyone in the room was in front of me. So quickly looked around, looked in the bathroom, opened the door, looked in the hallway.
Nobody there.
Nobody there. Not a soul in sight.
San Antonio has 7 different haunted sites, about a 2-hour tour.
Did you know that the grounds that we're walking on is actually a very large burial ground? There's reported to be close to 1,000, maybe even more graves right under our feet as we walk and approach the property.
Wow. Okay, so I knew that it was a burial ground in a way, but I didn't know that there was possibly that many.
Our technology has advanced even more so than the past 10 years or so. So of course they're going to find more stuff. But I'm over here, right?
Alright guys, like I said, the next site on our tour is none other than the world famous Alamo. And when most people hear the name, the iconic building right over here is what first pops into their mind. Though many of my guests find themselves to be quite surprised when I tell them that building is not the Alamo. It's actually the chapel or shrine at the Alamo. So let me clarify, yes, that is a small and an extremely important piece of the Alamo, but it's a small piece nonetheless. It's pretty amazing. Almost every night we have people sending us photos or just telling us weird stuff that happened to them. Unique experience. There's no other tours out there like this.
That. Could you say it again, please?
If you remember, we said ghosts can mess with electronics.
Yes.
Even Siri is susceptible.
I don't like that.
Siri's been talking out of place lately.
I work at the Plaza de Armas.
Extremely haunted location.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You're kidding.
You hadn't heard anything about that place yet?
No.
Or felt anything?
No.
And that's creepy because I'm there in the morning, like by myself half the time.
Oh, nice.
Ashley, are you still going to quit your job?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
And I'm gonna move. I'm kidding.
May I recommend New Orleans?
No.
I was telling Robert earlier during our tour that I deeply regret my first statement that I made in our first episode because we actually did a couple of haunted locations here in San Antonio that we covered. And I think I made a comment like, I don't think San Antonio is that haunted. But being on the ghost tour and learning the history about my own city, I'm like, wow, it's haunted.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, on the tour, we barely scratched the surface of what's going on.
So what do you love most about the paranormal?
That's weird like me.
How long have you guys been doing these tours?
So we're approaching our 10th year of operation.
Really?
Almost a decade.
Oh, wow.
RJA Ghost Tours started in 2010 in Corpus Christi on North Beach, directly in front of the decommissioned World War II aircraft carrier, the USS Lexington. My dad sells jewelry on the beach in front of Lexington right there. Mm-hmm. He has like a little stand. He sells puka shells, hematite, silver, sunglasses, that kind of stuff. And during the summers, I'd work with him on the stand, help him sell his stuff. I would hear ghost stories of the area, and I became interested in the paranormal. So I started looking around at night to find these ghosts that everyone was talking about on the beach, right? They talked about this man who was a fisherman down Pier 99, which is the pier that's right in front of the USS Lexington. It's not there anymore, but it was 10 years ago. The restaurant's still there. And I realized that as I was looking around at these areas, people were interested in what I was doing, so I was telling the ghost stories, and that kind of evolved to, hey, this guy tells ghost stories at night if you meet up with him at 9 o'clock over here. And then it kind of got organized into, well, all right, I'll take people around and tell ghost stories and show them the sights. And that's essentially how RJA Ghost Tours got started.
Oh, wow.
My favorite thing is that, you know, even though it's like the same job, it's never the same. Like we can go to do investigations, even at the same place, and just have two completely different results. So just when you think you've seen it all, something even weirder happens. You're like, okay, well, I guess pigs really do fly.
It's definitely a different experience every day. We put these shirts on and we put these name tags on, you know, and you know what's going to go down, you know what the stories we're about to tell, but it's just so unpredictable. Things happen and throw us off all the time.
It's almost like your Superman uniform.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what's gonna happen next.
Right.
This little thing right here. So this marks the northwest wall, and this wall here was the first wall that was breached by Santa Anna's army.
Whoa.
That was right here.
The wall ran further into the building,
So they have these property markers here to mark.
They actually have
Is that cool or what?
one right over here against this wall.
So essentially, remember.
So speaking of the unexpected, on the top of your head, would you be able to tell us what's the craziest experience that's ever happened on a ghost tour?
So I have one that sticks out to me. We had a tour called Tour 666, and it took place on County Road 666 right in San Patricio County, right outside Corpus Christi. And we were on tour, and very similar to how we did a podcast with you, we had the local newspaper who had just started doing vlogs, like on a video, join us on tour. And that tour is on a van, and we were driving down Road 666, and we got down, and I'm telling a story on a bridge over a river, and we started hearing like these pig noises, like almost demonic. And so we were equipped with all kinds of stuff. We have spotlights, we have lasers, flashlights, all kinds of stuff. And so towards the direction of where we were, everything was dark. We turned on all of our spotlights to see what it was, and nothing was there. And when we turned our lights back off to return back to the tour, we could see a massive 3 dark shadowy figures, one in the center taller than the other 2, coming towards us. And we were like, uh-oh. So we hit the lights back on it again, and it's just gone. And I would probably say that caught me off guard the most, because we're being interviewed, we're doing a tour, so I'm not expecting any of this. And then we hear these noises, we're like, what's that? Nothing. Go back, and then we're like, what's that? Right after this experience, my wife wasn't on tour. I came home, and my wife had a very vivid sleep paralysis episode where 3 dark figures came to the foot of the bed, speaking to her in tongues. She doesn't speak in tongues, but she could understand that what they were saying was tell him to stop. We're not sure what they were referencing, but that happened shortly after this tour. So I guess that what happened on tour led to an event that happened in our personal life.
Yeah.
But I would say that's the craziest thing off the top of my head. I could tell you probably 100 stories, but off the top of my head, that peaks at pretty high for me.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
Dude, seriously?
But I would say that's one of our most pretty real experience, and that almost ended my career right there.
Well, and now you're gonna you're gonna see a heart attack happen on.
No,
Hopefully he's in.
your interview.
don't do that.
If you wait till afterwards for liability.
He's like, can you step out of the building, please?
Let me get someone to escort you out.
We did y'all's walking tour, and you did mention that you have a van tour. Can you tell them a little bit about those van tours that you guys
Yeah,
do?
so we also have a 12-passenger van that we use for VIP tours and driving tours, and we take people in the van tour. We can custom create like a team building activity or corporate event, and we'll take you to the sites that we can't otherwise take you to on our walking tour. We can drive you to those sites, get you guys some paranormal investigation equipment, teach you how to use it, let you go hands-on, conduct your own little mini paranormal investigation, and take you to some some more sites
Ooh, wow.
on board.
That sounds.
I definitely want to do that.
Yeah, me too.
Picture the van pulled up though. So this is
There's the van.
there's our ghost van.
That's my lovely
Oh.
wife, Florisa.
Aww.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
She drives it. I want to drive it.
You don't want to trust Ben.
You sign here, and here, please.
So when we first got introduced with y'all, you mentioned about being an ambassador. What's the correct term? Because I know we got it wrong the first time.
Yeah, so all of us are certified tourism ambassadors. That's an industry designation given to us by the Certified Tourism Ambassadors Network, the CTA network. And if you look at what we're all wearing these gold pens like David has there. This signifies that we're certified tourism ambassadors. Visit San Antonio is the organization that markets our city for conventions, for tourism, things of that nature. And so they put us through a course, we get like a binder and we read all the information, and then they test us on the knowledge about the city. And that way, when you know that when you're going on a tour with a certified tourism ambassador, that you're getting the most accurate and up-to-date information.
So you do tours here in San Antonio
and Corpus Christi, and we want to launch in every haunted city in America.
Oh, also one more thing on tour. You mentioned a blog.
We do have a blog. So we have everything from ghost facts to paranormal evidence to ghost stories, experiences on tour. Check out our blog at RJAGhostTours.com. You scroll down to the bottom of the screen and just click on blog. We just did a really big blog on the ghost of Christmas. And so we're trying to bring back telling ghost stories as a holiday tradition. And we talk about that in our blog extensively.
Yes.
Yeah, there's two or three blog posts a month put up there. Always new content. It's even I go through and read all the time. It's really cool stuff.
Sites, we talk about sites that we don't go on tours, sites that we've been told about, other things about the city. It's jam-packed full of very interesting information. And it's very well done. I'll have to say our writers, we have professional writers on our team. They're phenomenal.
So if anybody wants to join your team, they'd have to take their courses, correct?
Oh yes. So if you were to be hired by us, we put you through all the training and all the courses. We pay for it.
Yeah, so you go through the CTA class for that, and we also train all of our team as investigators. So they go through this little internal course we have. So we teach them basically the basics of paranormal investigating, get them familiar with all the equipment, basically teach them how to be an investigator. That way, while they're on tour doing stuff, they can answer all the questions. They have the experience and stuff like that. A lot of times we'll bring them into places and have them check stuff out. That way they have the actual experience, so they can, it's not just, oh, I heard this, or I think it's this. It's they've learned it and they know it.
And we call that our certified ghost experts, and that's our certified ghost expert course basically. So every person on our team is a certified ghost expert and a certified tourism ambassador.
Wow.
Ghost expert.
Me too.
The smallest portion of what investigating is about is the actual in-person, like you see on TV with the equipment, that kind of stuff. Most of it's just research and then hours of review.
We spend a lot of time in the archives, and we spend a lot of time interviewing people, and we spend a lot of time looking through photos.
So what is y'all's favorite location on the tour? On the walking one?
Without giving anything away for people who haven't come. But
Like as far as aesthetics,
whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
My favorite location is the San Fernando Cathedral. It's a beautiful building. I just love looking at it as we're walking up. I'm constantly staring at it.
It's breathtaking.
Mm-hmm.
It really is, truly is. Breathtaking sights on our tour.
Mine is the same, but one, because it's extremely beautiful, but two, for me, that's actually personally my most active site. I've had a ton of weird things happen to me while I was at the cathedral.
So how long have you been doing these tours?
The tour's for like 3.5, almost 4 years now, but I've been investigating for just over 10. Kind of really got into it professionally just before I went into high school.
Nice.
Pretty awesome. Enjoy doing them. It's fun getting to scare people every night.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm happy to help.
Has anyone ever just randomly joined the tour while walking out there?
We've had people
Not without me getting their credit card
but
number.
We are, I mean, we're very vigilant. Larger groups, like you guys have the glow sticks on with larger groups, we use to identify people.
You've been marked.
We don't always keep them the same color too, you know, some people are like, oh, they always wear green, we show up and we're wearing purple, and they're like, okay, well, never mind. There's a few laws in Texas that help keep it where people can't legally
You don't want to get busted for theft of services in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's smart with the glow stick thing.
Is there anything else you want to let our listeners know about RJA Ghost Tours?
So we do our tours all year round. It's not just a Halloween season thing. So we invite you to come out and experience the paranormal with us, and it would be our pleasure to share with you one of America's most haunted cities.
And of course, to keep up to date with all of what's going on, our expansions, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so follow us on Facebook for the most up-to-date stuff. A lot of times that's where kind of our little teasers come out before most people get the stuff. We'd love to, you know, the fun stuff that goes on there, kind of keep our ghost group interested.
Mm.
And you said that if you text GHOST
to 39970, you'll receive all of our contact information.
Yes, so make sure you check them out, guys. Their ghost tour is really fun, really informative. We learned so much. Ashley got super scared.
I'm quitting my job.
She's putting in her 2 weeks.
I'm putting in my 2 weeks.
So now she's gonna come and become a ghost tour ambassador.
It's her dream job. It's my dream job, guys.
We're hiring.
I'll just be like this. This is a building that's old and there's dead people. And
okay, let's go.
We're good. Let's walk. Continue. Let's walk. Let's walk.
Spontaneous dance break.
When I was little and I would read Walgreens, I was like, why did they name it Walgreens? The walls aren't green.
Oh my god.
I was special. Get out. What up, Paul?
Over here.
What are you doing?
Looking at Sabrina.
You heard it first here on Scary Not Scary Podcast. On the RJA Ghost Tours. How was that?
On the RJA Ghost Tours. Ghost Tours. Text Ghost 39970.
Dancing Santa Claus.
Wow.
On the ghost tour.
on our driving VIP tour, the man who was the architect for the River Rock, Robert H. Hugman, we take you to his grave on that tour.
Ooh.
So a lot of San Antonio celebrities on that tour you hear about. On this tour, kind of full circle, then we visit their grave at the end.
And there is like a sound over there in the other room too.
I tried to ignore
like
that.
The chair rolled, right? Look at the chair.
I tried to ignore that.
Didn't it? You sure did.
You sure did.
Yep, I was like, what the
It's turned. It's not flush with the table like it was earlier.
Go get it.
The right. The left side.
You said Ashley, really?
So yeah, it's not flush
Be
with
an
the
investigator,
table.
Ashley.
This is what you wanted to be.
That's what I heard. I heard,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay. I think we're done.
It's like a backpack and backpack. You take